because there's simply no correlation between what you see on these pictures and any symptoms you might have. So let me give you an example to make this really clear. If you have 10 people randomly chosen from the street who never had experienced back pain in their lives, and you do an MRI with all of those people, of their spine, half of them will show degenerative changes in the spine, slip discs, you name it, whatever, half of them, even severe degenerative changes, but they do not experience any pain. And if you take 10 people chosen randomly who are suffering from back pain, also half of them will show those degenerative changes. And for most of the cases, you can also not generalize this, but most of the cases I feel work quite well with this. Starting point is to firstly find out what is your baseline. So for example, if you always feel after playing basketball with your friends, just to do a simple example, after half an hour, you start feeling your back pain is getting more severe, or your back discomfort is raising, and this happens regularly. It's really important to know your baseline. So find the activity that you can do without making it worse. For example, maybe you have to change the intensity of your game in order that you can do it without being in more pain afterwards. So let me talk. Let's stick to the example with basketball, for example, because there are many variables involved there. For example, if you take the ball and just throw it against the wall or against the floor and catch it again, then it's a movement where you know when it's coming and how hard it's coming.
Yes.
So you can do it in a very low intensity, for example. When you play a game, there are many things involved. Maybe someone pushes you, you try to catch a ball in the last minute and do a movement that your body doesn't like. It's a different story. So also that these are the things that you have to be aware of when you try to find your baseline. What's the intensity that you can do, and what's the overall volume that you could do, the repetitions or the time you do the specific activity. And then you start to find a routine, and this could be playing basketball, this could be exercising, it doesn't matter. You try to find a routine that you are still feeling you are fine with. You don't feel worse afterwards. You don't have to feel better afterwards even. Just don't have to feel worse afterwards. And from this point onwards, you progress. You progress with intensity, slowly, over weeks, over months. You progress with overall volume. There are many variables to this, but just to give you an idea. So, and specifically for people who suffer from chronic back pain, I think it's also a good idea to involve specific strength exercises for your back. And many people, even professional people, do sport on a professional level. They just don't know how to do that.
Yes.
So there's just a couple of exercises you could do, and then there are endless variants from those. But like the basic exercises is like a back extension. Like this is a dynamic exercise where you bend your spine and you go up again. Sometimes you're lying with your belly on a ball, and a gymnastics ball, and you're doing this. Or you, some people, they call it also a Swiss ball. It's like different sizes. And this is like a dynamic exercise for your back muscles, especially if you do it on a ball. It's really, even for people with back pain, most of the time you're able to do it without making it worse. Sometimes you have to change the range of motion, don't go all the way down or all the way up. Sometimes you are not able to do too many reps, but you are able to do something at least. And this is specifically what your back muscles do. So people have really to understand they also have to do something that involves their back muscles. And your back muscles, they attach at your pelvis, at your backside. And when you contract them, this is what they do. they pull your pelvis up. It's like a rope that is attached to the backside of your pelvis, the upper part. And when you contract them, it pulls it up. It also goes the other way, the same movement.
Yes.
My pelvis is fixed and my upper body goes up and down. This